right. There we go. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone had a wonderful day. Almost done week 2 of our virtual learning with the kiddies. Hopefully everyone's still doing okay. I know it's been super hard for some of the kids. I know with some of the kids that I work with, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm tap dancing and putting on a show and dance, trying to keep their attention. And I know lots of people are working really hard to try and make it work. So hopefully there's been some success. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. My name is Shannon and I'm with Paper Delights, and I come on every evening, Monday to Friday at 7 o'clock to motivate you and inspire you and to stir the imagination and to just really encourage you to get into your crafting space and to do something creative, right? Take a little time for yourself. Maybe it's scrapbooking, maybe it's making cards, watercolor, whatever it is. Hopefully you're taking some time for yourself. So this week we've been playing with the Snailed It stamp set and all of this so cute paper. Oh my goodness, it's just so cute. So I believe it or not, I've almost finished my pack of paper. This has been my New Year's resolution to my husband, that I would finish packs of paper before buying new packs of paper. So I'm working really hard to try and do that. So, and with Valentine's Day coming up, I've got a class and a half of kiddies that are all going to be receiving some Valentine's Day cards, because it's the only way I can use up all my paper. So, but today I wanted to show you how I made these super cute little boxes. So I loved the idea of boxes. Like, I love little boxes, but I gotta tell you, I'm a little on the lazy side. So I've seen people where they have boxes and then they have, you know, the box that fits on top and all that stuff. And I was like, oh man, that's an awful lot of work. And it uses quite a bit of paper. And some of my paper I had used for my cards already. So I thought, well, can't I just make something that basically covers it without, you know, using all the paper? So I went and searched the beautiful Pinterest and found this super cute box. Isn't this cute? It's so adorable. So basically, you build whatever box you want to whatever height you want, and then you do a belly band around it, just slightly bigger, and that's your little box. So this one I made big enough that it would hold 2 little turtles, or, you know, maybe you'd like it to hold, you know, 2 little heart chocolates or something. And then I made a little card to go with it. And if you don't want to use the snail paper, we've got this super cute, isn't this adorable? This is the berry paper, and we can use it to make a really pretty little drawer. And this is the new linen thread, which I love. So it's come out in Mossy Meadow now, which is so pretty. So just a cute little box. Isn't that cute? All right, so let me show you how we're going to make that. So let's do got 2 to do. So our paper here is 4 inches by 6 inches. Really simple. And then whether you score it on your board or score it, you're going to score it at the 1 inch mark. 1 inch, turn it, 1 inch, turn it, 1 inch, turn it. So you're going to mark it all at the 1 inch mark. Easy breezy. Then you're going to snip it. So this is, we're making the inside box right now. So that's what this little box is here. Okay. So I chose it so that it was 2 inches on the inside and 1 inch high. I kept it really, really simple. So where you cut the flaps, it doesn't really matter. You can cut the flaps lengthwise or horizontal. It doesn't really matter. So you're just going to snip. I usually do like a thin V. But you're going to do a little snip to the edge. And that's going to be your flaps that you're going to adhere together to close up your box. Just like that. There you go. So then you can give it a bit of a fold before you put it together, like that. And this is, like I said, it's a pretty easy design, so you could probably make quite a few of them pretty quickly, like if you wanted to make some for your kids and what have you. So then basically you can decide if you want to glue the tags on the outside. I usually glue them on the inside, but really it doesn't really matter. So I do it this way, where I put the adhesive on the outside and then I fold it up and I square my edge together like that. And then that way I've got a nice square. Usually I put adhesive on all of it before I do that. So I'm just going to move it out to the edge a bit here and put some adhesive on this one. If I can get my adhesive to cooperate. So all I did was I put it to the edge and put it down so that I could get my adhesive on it. So usually I do it all at the same time. I do all 4 corners at the same time. So there. So there's our inside box. Really simple. Now for this little pull that I did here, I just so happen to have a hole punch. So the hole punch, you can use a regular size hole punch. I just happen to have a hole punch that was a little bit smaller. And so I went down and I decided roughly, oh, about there. I just sort of eyeballed it. That's about it. And then I put my little string in. So there's our outside box. Like, honestly, easy breezy, beautiful. Now, for our band around, we're going 4 inches across again. 4 inches across again, but we're going to go 6 3/4 across because we want that little bit of extra space when you're doing it, right? And then you score it again. So you're going to score it at 2. You're going to score it at 3 1/8. You're going to score it at 5 1/4, and then you're going to score it at 6 and not a quarter, a little bit more than a quarter. Oh, sorry, hopefully that's somewhat helpful. And then basically this little piece here is what you're gluing your piece to, like that. Okay, so let's put our glue on. Use some white glue. Oops. And basically, you're gluing this piece to that piece. There you go. There. And then this is what goes around your box. So depending on your dimensions, this one I gave it a bit of wiggle room so that it would be easier to pull in and out. You can make it tighter if you want to, the box. You can make it tighter. It really depends on you. So there's our box. So let's get a little bit of, let's see, let's do white for this one. So I just put my string in, Probably cut myself more string than I needed, but that's okay. I pull it tight. I usually do it in a single loop like this, but you can do it any way you want. And it can be fairly close to the edge of the box because we don't want it to come out too far, right? So obviously I gave myself lots there, and we'll just trim it. Here we go. So there's our little tie to catch our box. And then there is our belly band. Now, of course, if we've got a cute little box, we have to have something, a little card or something to go with it, right? So I was like, well, what can we do for a card? So I noticed on these dies, these are the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I use these dies all the time. So this biggest die here, I punched it out, and then I realized if I fold it in half, it makes a super cute little card. And then I have just a scrap piece of paper to go inside for our sentiments, or if you want to write any little notes. And then on the outside, you can decorate it with whatever you like. So let's grab some of my leftover cuttings here. Let's see what we can find. Got some mushrooms. I've got a little snail. Oh, I got a little bit bigger snail. I've got another little mushroom here. So we can do that. We can do a couple of little mushrooms, and I like the little snail. And the little snail, what do we think? There, I like that. That's cute. All right, let's do that. So I'm gonna glue this one first. And then we'll glue this one down first, and then we'll pop up our little snail. There we go. Let's see if I have any other mushrooms in here. Nope. Nope, no mushrooms left. There we go. All right, let's pop him up and put him on. And then you could add, if you wanted to, you could add a hello, you could add whatever you'd like. But I'm going to leave it blank, so if anyone decides they would like to have this, they can add, you can customize it to whatever they like. So there. So in this one, I did it with a white, which we'll use for the next one. And I did a little bit of brushing to add a bit of color to the background because I found it was just way too white. Like it was just so much white. So I did a little bit of blending with the blending brush and some of the baby balmy blue ink, and did a little bit of blending brush just to add a bit of color in behind because I felt that it was needing a little bit of color. So there, isn't that cute? All right, let's add a couple of little hearts. Because it's just too darn cute. There we go. So there we go. So there is our first box. So I'll do this one again. So again, we're doing 4 by 6 and we're scoring at 1 all the way around. And then our paper is 4 by 6 3/4, or you could make it a little bit smaller if you wanted your box a little bit tighter. Whatever works for you. And again, if you want to have a different size box, you can totally do that. I find when you use the belly band sort of idea, It doesn't use the paper the same way, and so if you have any leftover papers, you can use up, you know, some of those strips. Right? If you only had a piece of paper that was 3 inches wide, well, then you can just do a 3-inch box opposed to a 4-inch box, right? So lots of options I find with this style. So we're just gonna fold everything up, give it a fold. All right, gonna put my adhesive. And this time I'm going to do all 4 at the same time so I don't get caught like I did the last time. Oops. Just like that. And then I'm going to pull this one in. And I'm taking my edge and lining it up. Take my other edge and line it up. And I just go all the way around and lining up my edge. Just like that. There we go. There's our little box. Super simple. And then our belly band. So this one, do it in the red. So again, it's scored just slightly larger than 1 inch, slightly larger than 2, slightly larger than 1, and then that's the 2 inch because that's coming all the way around. And we're gonna glue it onto, adhere it onto there. So there we go. And this one I cut a bit smaller than the last one, so it's a little bit snugger. I also have a lip on my box here. Whoops, there we go. So I have a little bit of a lip here on my box, so it's not allowing my belly band, because my belly band is pretty tight too, so which is why I did it, my original one I did in the white. As you can see, I was trying to play around with sizes and stuff, so don't be afraid to try it with some white paper. Maybe you've got some scrap cardstock lying around, you can try it with that and see how it fits. So there we go. There we go. It's a little bit better. There we go. And then for this one, we've got a white. So this is the largest of the Stitch So Sweetly. And I just thought it was so pretty with the little scalloped edges. I was like, oh, that makes such a pretty, pretty card. I just thought it was so, so pretty. So we'll add a little bit, like I said, just to sort of help break up the whiteness of it. Or you could do stamps, like stamping some of the spots that we did on some of the other cards. Whatever you like. This one is all about layering, right? The more I add to it, the more layers to it. So, but it's just to add a little bit of color, just to sort of break it up a bit. And then let's see, we've got a mushroom and we've got a cute little snail. So cute. So let's do that. Mr. Mushroom and my snail. Gotta get my eyeballs popped up here. You know me and droopy eyeballs, just can't have it. I won't stand for it. No droopy eyeballs on my watch. There we go. And there we go. All right. And so we'll add him. And there is our cute little box. Our cute little box with our little mini cards. Isn't that cute? So cute. And like I said, you can have, you can do it with the snail cards. It's just so versatile. You can do it with the, with any paper, really, right? Whatever paper you decide. I could use designer series paper for the inside box, but I really like the solid colors when you see it. So there you go. So there is our cute little gift boxes with our snail mail. You can fill it with some yummy chocolates and leave it for someone special to find down by the kitchen table. Or if we happen to be back at school, you can pop it in their lunch for a little tasty surprise, a little treat. Right? So there you go. Perfect. Well, thank you so very, very much for joining me this evening. I always appreciate a like and a share. If ever there's something you would like to see or have, you know, an idea of what you might like, please send me a message and let me know. If you are interested in any kits, looking to pass the time away, again, please send me a message. I would love to put something special together for you. If you are interested in purchasing any of these already made for you, send me a message. We can do a porch drop-off, or if you want to make them yourself, check out the link on my Facebook page for the Stampin' Up, and you can find the products there. So thank you so, so very much. Please, please, please be safe, and I will see you tomorrow night.